Well, thank you so much for returning back to my podcast, Rare Finds and Raw Reviews. I want to first of all start by saying thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to my followers. Thank you to the small communities that is part of this movement of being able to share products on my podcast as well as my other platforms, to be able to promote small businesses. I mean, this is what it's all about. These are raw reviews, meaning that there's not going to be no fluff behind it. I'm just going to basically tell you, what it is, that I like about it. You will not hear negativity from me. If you do hear any flaws, it's going to be very minor. And those are things to look for, just because not everybody's going to react the same way, whether it's a skin product or a vitamin or a book, everybody's different, so anytime I find something, I hope that it's a starting point for you. And from there you can grow, or at least have an idea of where you want to go with whatever product that I am showing you. I do have some sponsors as far as vendors that I'm working with. So anytime that I promote any product or just whatever item I have, I will always be sure to share any type of discounts just to make sure you get the best deal and the best websites to get products, whatever it may be. Okay, so I wanted to disclose that, and I also want to thank you all that are new to my podcast or new to any of my platforms. Thank you for your patience. You guys are amazing. Okay, so today we are going to talk about one of my finds. Anytime it comes to products, I say this just because the beginning of my reviews are going to be about skin products and whatnot. But before we go there, I want to start internally, not externally, because to be honest, a lot of our struggles that we have, whether they're small breakouts or major breakouts, it's all about hormonal imbalance. So they're not balanced, so they're kind of freaking out. They're saying, oh my gosh, what are we doing? And then trying to find that balance. So that's why I think it's important to start from the inside. And that's why we're going to go ahead and talk about Garden of Life. Now, the Garden of Life Raw Zinc, let me just tell you, that is a game changer. I did so much research, unbelievable research, trying to figure out my acne problem. Now, let me tell you, at 19 was the first time I broke out severely with acne. Some say I'm a late bloomer. I would say so, honestly. So I didn't have to go through the bumps in the roads with acne, in middle school or high school. It wasn't until my college years. So, university years, college years, those extra years of education. Anyhow, so that's when I first broke out, and it was horrific. I'd have to tell you that I stayed indoors for 3 months because it was so severe. And I was able to come across a product, and it was another game changer, which that'll be a product that I will be showing you. I've been using it since I was 19. Anyhow, the zinc, okay? So I was like, I'm working so much on the outside, but there's a lot of struggle going on in the inside. So I'm like, okay, what is out there that is going to help balance that? So doing my research, I came across zinc. And zinc, seriously, I was very, 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 very lucky to have found this on a one shot. Okay, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to try this out because it's just as clean as possible. And if I have to take it up a notch, I will. Anyhow, so there are some people that are not fans of Garden of Life because of trademarks and et cetera, et cetera. I think that if they're disclosing the ingredients and they're being honest in that aspect, I think you should give it a go. That's just my opinion. Anyhow, so among my research, they were just saying certain things, like for instance, they're like zinc would be great. I had some questions because I did a video on Facebook and I had some questions sent to me, so I thought it was great, and I'm going to go over those questions as well. I'm not going to try to make this too lengthy, but I do want it to be very clear and as much information as I can give you with not so much of a long time span, if that makes sense. Okay, so among my research on zinc, they were saying that you should at least get 3, I believe it is mg of zinc. Yes, it has to be mg. And that's for an adult. So if you are a teenager or a preteen already going through it, I would not recommend to take the full dose of the zinc. I would, because it says you need to take 2 capsules, I would take 1. Because I did do research for, those that are under 18, what would be the best. And they said 15 mg would be like the max that you should give, a preteen or teenager. So I would definitely do a little bit of research on it, but I would say this is not bad because zinc is, good for immune system support, your skin, obviously, and eye health for folks over, obviously 18, prostate health, and then the probiotics and enzymes supports, okay? So, there's a lot going on with zinc, and it's just not zinc, it's raw zinc. So it's like the best of the best. This is as great and fine as you're gonna get it. So with this one, I will say, and like I've said before, you have to do a 90-day challenge. It's not going to happen in 30 days. It's not going to happen in 60 days. Now, you will see some results in 60 days, but it's going to be those 90 days that makes a difference for you, meaning that you're going to get the whole benefit of the zinc. So for me, it did take the 90 days, and then after that, it just got better as I kept taking it. Now, I was very faithful to it. I took it every single day. On Sundays, I do a reset, and I don't take any vitamins, none of my supplements. I just kind of let my body just be on a Sunday, and then I go back on it on Monday. But even on Sunday, when I do my reset, I do take zinc. So for the beginning of the process, I would highly recommend to take it every single day so you don't miss a dose. And usually when you start off on a vitamin, just like anything, you want to start off slowly. The very first week, I recommend to take 1 capsule, see if your body reacts to it. If it doesn't, then, the next week, go ahead and add your 2nd capsule. Pay attention to that week. See if you're noticing any difference in your body, the way you feel, etc., just to make sure that you are on the right track. After that 2nd week, just continue with your doses. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over some Q&As because I think these were great questions. Okay, so folks were asking, why Garden of Life? Well, I kind of said it, but I'm gonna say it again. It is one of the cleanest zinc that I have found right now, among my research. There might be better ones. I would say go for it if you wanna try it. But let this be a starting point, just because how great of a reaction I've had to it. You are going to be able to see my before and after pictures. So this is why I want to start from the inside and then work my way out. And then I'm going to show you my results, and then you're going to be blown away, honestly. Okay, so I thought that was a great question. I picked them because they are about the cleanest zinc that I found out there. Okay, so folks were asking, why the 90-day challenge? Just for me, it just builds a foundation. The first 30 days is going to be the foundation, and then the 2nd will be where you get to benefit, and then the 3rd, obviously, you're going to see the full benefits of it, and it allows your body to be accustomed to it. So the first is okay, you're building it. The 2nd is all right, now we're understanding this is in our system, and then the 3rd is okay, now it's going full force into your system, if that makes any sense. Okay, so how did I hear about zinc? Of course, I did a lot of research. I kept checking for the best way naturally to get rid of hormonal acne in general. So that was the one thing that was able to help me, with my research. But also, it decreases oil buildup. It protects against bacteria infection and inflammation. You have to remember that. It helps with that because with acne, you get all of those things. So just remember the benefits of zinc. It does a lot for you, internally and externally. Okay, so the next question was, what other vitamins are good for the skin? So this is where I came up with the research and found zinc. So there's vitamin A and E. And when I went to a particular website, it was just a doctor's website, dermatologist, and then, a couple of scientists and, just your standard doctor. So they all came together and they put these test subjects to the test. You had one who had a placebo. You had one that had vitamin A, another one that had vitamin E, and then the last one had zinc. So they did it for the 90 days, and the placebo, obviously nothing happened. Vitamin A was a fail. Vitamin E was another fail, but zinc was actually working. So out of, X amount of people, the percent was 80% out of, we'll just say, the 100% were healed from acne just with zinc. So I was like, I'm on board. I'm going to try that. I just need to know the mg on it because sometimes you can take too much zinc and it's not good for you. So just FYI. Okay, so the other question was, what are other benefits that zinc offers? I kind of went through that at the beginning. The immune system support, the skin and eye health, prostate health, light probiotics, and enzyme support. So I kind of stumbled on those words, but you know what I mean. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to have a link for you guys to click on. This is, let me see. I found this at Vitamin Shop, but Amazon has the best pricing. And then you subscribe, you get an additional % off. So I'll have a direct link for you guys to click on it and buy your zinc. Okay, so, and then they asked, when will you start to see results? You're going to start seeing results between 60 and 90 days. If you do it the way I tell you, you have to be faithful to it every single day. Okay, so, why start from the inside? Most dermatologists start from the outside. True. They do start from the outside because I guess they choose to do that. Sometimes it's easy to do that because I would say if you're younger, but I mean, honestly, I really don't think age matters because if you ask me, it's a hormone imbalancement. Okay, so that's the reason why your skin's reacting. That's the reason why it's pushing out that. And if you don't find what's causing it or balance it, then it's going to be a continuous issue. So the best thing is to just start from the inside. It doesn't hurt to try. Try it because you know what? I'm sure you tried everything else from the outside and it may not be working. Because guess what? My daughter and I both did that. And I said, you know what? That's it. I'm done with this. Let me just do my research because to be honest, I geek out on research. I love learning things, so it just worked for me. It worked hand in hand. So I was able to be blessed to be able to find this, to be honest. So like I said, some dermatologists would prefer to start from the outside because sometimes it temporarily works, but they forget to start from the inside. Yes, they will put you on pills and they'll do all these things, but it's all stuff that is not natural and it's not good for your body. So why not try something natural? You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I mean, at least for me, I don't believe in that. I believe in holistic medicine. So, and I guess believing in that allowed me to find this and I'm able to reap the benefits of it. So, and I want you to as well. So anyhow, okay. So, I also want you to know that once you get this, what Garden of Life is doing. Okay. So Garden of Life obviously is a non-GMO verified. They're certified gluten-free. So those of you folks that have gluten issues, they're gluten-free certified. They're vegan certified. And they also donate to the Vitamin Angels. So, now you're even supporting something. How great is this? And then they're B Corp certified as well. So just a few things for you to think about. I do hope this was helpful. Please, feel free to send me a message. Comment on my podcast if you felt that this was informative. If you're still kind of like, I'm not sure, feel free to message me. I'll be more than happy to go over any information, any research that I came across, because to me, I think to know what you're getting yourself into is better than not knowing nothing at all. So again, I hope this was informative. One thing that I like to say is that there is not a one size fits all when it comes to anything in life. So with that being said, let this be a starting point for you in your research and what you're trying to do. And if it works out for you, I'm so glad it did. I really am, because this is a difficult and rough journey, but it is your journey. So never give up, and just know that there's hope at that end of the tunnel. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming back to my podcast, Rare Finds and Raw Reviews. Have an amazing day.